me and Bogarich are taking a picture with Dr. Donald Johanson. Dr. Donald Johanson is the famous Paleontologist archaeologist who discovered the historic figure of Lucy. Lucy was an archaeological finding of one of the earliest humans in Ethiopia, and they called it Lucy because the Beatles had a song called Lucy in the Sky. Dr. Johanson was doing a Buddhist lecture, and he showed a diagram or the typical evolutionary chart where men evolved from an ape-like creature to who we are. And at the end of the evolutionary chart, they show a European man. During the lecture, Dr. Johanson stopped for a minute and says, "This is the way most European or white people want to see history. They want to see history as a white man or a European at the end of the evolutionary chart." But he said this is not true. Although such facts are not true, Dr. Johanson cannot change the teachings of white history. We have white history that's based on racism. Archaeological evidence shows us that the first people who evolved on this earth, the first humans, were people of African descent, and they're black. Now, the racists had a problem with that, and so what they do or what they project a white man at the end of evolution, although this is far from correct. What they teach is white history. Now, also in the Buddhist world, what we have is Buddhist history, and you have white history. The reason that we're doing this lecture today, the black gods on the Gohansan, is to teach correct history. Organizations like the SGI, Daishoki Keita, or the Nichiren Shoshu or Nichiren Shu organizations, they teach a Buddhism that is erroneous, that's incorrect, and that's institutional racist, because they teach a Buddhism that extricate or removes all of black history from the teachings of Buddhism. Let's take this thing a little farther. Now, let us move to science and Buddhist teachings. Science teaches us about the Indus Valley civilization. The Indus Valley civilization is India. The oldest civilization in human history is the Indus Valley civilization, noted by many scientists as being older than the Egyptian civilization. What is clear in regards to both civilizations is that the founders of both the Egyptian civilization and the Indus Valley civilization were black people, and whites, and black people known to whites as Ethiopians. Ethiopian is a Greek word that means burnt skin or black people. The ancient India is known as Eastern Ethiopia. The early civilization was the Harappan people who were an advanced culture. They had running water and a toilet system, and we have evidence of the people and the civilization in its history. Archaeological evidence shows the Harappan people as black people who had a high culture. From the Harappa culture emerged the people we know today as Buddhists. Also, the historical figure that we know as the Buddha Shakyamuni emerged from the indigenous people known in India today as Dalit. The Dalit in history were known as the Naga or snake people who came from Africa. In Africa, they are known as Nubian people. The Naga language is Tamil. Tamil later became Tamil, and Tamil later became Dravidian. The Buddha is known as a Dravidian. The Dravidian people developed what is known as the history and Buddhist culture.
Disregard the Buddha's stature. The Buddha was not black. He was Aryan. In my knowledge to learn about the Black Buddha, I did persist. I went to the Japanese priest and asked him to explain a picture like this. The priest says, forget your aligned eyes. No Black Buddha statue exists. I said the black hair on the old Buddha statues don't make sense. The priest says, don't believe your aligned eyes. The black hair is just an accident. In the Buddha world, the Black Buddhist mystery, because the angel removes all the Black Buddhist history. Educate yourself regarding the Buddhist history, but learning Black tells history. What's the line I see? Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. Tell me what's the line I see. Disregard what the facts may be. All ancient icons show a simple fact. They all show that the Buddha was black. I believe in facts, indicator was wrong.